Vietnam is an exciting, diverse and beautifully picturesque country. Here's 8 things you should know before you go. And I've added a possibly controversial one at the end as a bit of a bonus. Getting in to Vietnam. Now this will all depend on which country you come from and which country you're a citizen in, but you will require a visa if it is one of these countries on this list. There are a lot of agencies out there that will offer to do it for you for an added fee, but it's easy to do online. I've put the link in the description for the official government website. Just make sure you have everything ready before you get started. Once approved, make sure you print out the visa so that you can show it when you check in for your flight. Getting around. It's so easy to get places, whether it's short or long distance. For short distances, get a taxi through your hotel or use the Grab app for a scooter or car. And most tours in most places will include transport, like jeeps or vans. If you're in less touristy areas, you can hire your own scooter, but just make sure you have your international driving permit. If you're going longer distances, you can take a day or overnight train, or take a sleeper bus for in the evening. And if you're hopping in between cities, you can take a domestic flight. Toilets and the varying types. Most toilets in tourist areas are okay and you'll get the sit-down toilets, but in the less touristy areas, there are a lot of squat toilets. Make sure you bring some pocket tissues with you, and there's usually a bin provided. You actually don't flush your toilet paper in Vietnam. The traffic. The traffic in Vietnam is mental. And if you come from the opposite side type of traffic, it's really important to make sure to remember to look the correct way before crossing the road. Crossing the road is simple. You simply start walking and don't stop. Walk at a slow pace, keep it even, and never just stop suddenly because that's when accidents will happen. Money, or Vietnamese dong. ATM fees are big and the limits are small, so try to bring your cash with you before you leave your country. Change over a small amount before you leave so you've got something for when you land, and then go and change over the rest at a gold shop. They prefer big notes, so the nice and crispy brand new notes get you a better rate. The early bird gets the worm. Vietnam is a country that wakes up early, and it's really quiet in the morning, so this is your best time to get out and walk the streets. Although there are some areas like Hanoi An that simply come alive at night. But again, this is a great reason why you should get up early and get out there in the morning, because it's less crazy, it's less mental, and you've got more time to look around and chat to people. Size matters. When they say it's big, they mean it. Don't be fooled by how skinny the country is, because the length is over 1,600 kilometres. To drive halfway would take about 14 hours in a car. For this reason, if you're staying less than 2 weeks, I would highly suggest choosing north or south. And this gives you a good excuse to come back later to do the other side. Language. No matter what country you're in, you should always learn the basics. Hello is Xin Chào, thank you is Gamun. But a little tip we learnt was if you enjoy a certain food or drink and can't pronounce it, get a local to record it on your phone so you can play it back whenever you need to order it again. So that was the 8 things you should know before you go to Vietnam. Now for the slightly controversial one. War and peace. Vietnam is well known for the war that happened here. We definitely enjoyed learning about the history, but after a few tours it got really overwhelming. I highly recommend only doing 1 or 2 tours, as it can get a bit too much, especially when you've got kids with you. I hope these tips help you and you have an amazing time in Vietnam. Let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to add to this list, or if any of these things actually did come in handy for you.